Hello everyone, thank you for watching Mad Trucks with Marcos. Today we are here with another awesome Jeep Wrangler that was built by 777 Customs. This one is a 2016. We actually built it, sold it, took it back in on trade for a Rubicon, so the customer's still in a Jeep. But we do have it here available, really cool. We didn't get to do a video when we first built it. We were kind of on a time crunch to get to a show, so we didn't get a chance to do a video, so we'll get to do it now. And it is available with just under like 8,000 miles. So you get a lot of Jeep for your money here, and it is available at our Jeep store in Elkhorn, Wisconsin. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want to see any of our custom truck inventory, you can check it out at cuniscountrytrucks.com. Alrighty folks, so like I mentioned, this is a 2016 Jeep Wrangler Sport Unlimited. So it is a sport model, and it is a 4-door. So this one, like I said, we did build it for a show. Jeep Blitz was going on last year. It was their first one. It sounded like a really fun thing. You know, they had an obstacle course set up that you could go and drive around. And we have a dealership in Macomb, which is right down the road from it. So it worked out really well for us. We built this one in a little bit of a hurry, so we didn't get a chance to do a video on it last time. But we used a lot of Steinjager stuff on this, seeing as their factory is in Bushnell, Illinois, right by our Macomb dealership. So we wanted to take something with their product, and we had a chance to try it out, and we really liked working with them. Really great stuff. So I'll just talk about the lighting real quick. So they do have the hood mount LED lights, which are nice. You get a little higher angle, but you don't necessarily have to have them up on the windshield, which is cool. Not everyone loves having them right there on the hood, but it is kind of a cool feeling when you're driving around. You got the lights there. Driving around, I didn't really think it obstructed the view much. I know that's been something people ask about, but from where your angle is in there, it works really well. It does also have the grill mount, which is really nice. You'll see these brackets go back down in here, and they mount. It's a really sturdy mount. You can see I'm wiggling it pretty hard, and it doesn't really move much. So it mounts really sturdy, and then it's got the 6-inch LED spotlights here as well. So for the bumper, this is a Mopar full width steel bumper that you can get pretty much at any of your Jeep dealerships. Really nice. Like I said, it is the full width. It does have built-in fog lights as well, which you'd expect on a Mopar product. It is set up with the Warren 9,500 pound contractor grade winch, which is really nice when you're doing the Jeep stuff. At the bare minimum, you want to be able to pull at least twice your weight with one of these. If this is stuck in the mud, it's going to feel like a lot more than what it actually weighs. So going up to that big winch is going to be really nice, help you or your buddies get out of a sticky situation. If you're in the Jeep world, you've seen the Daystar products. They make a really good line of accessories to use the Daystar or winch isolator there to keep this from rattling and keep it from chipping away at the powder coating on the bumper, which is really nice. So yeah, I do like this bumper. It's got the tow hooks built in. It's nice. It's a full width. We do a lot of stubby ones, but the full width bumpers do look nice. You know, the Jeep came with bumpers that wide, so it does work really well on it. Okay, so moving around. So these are actually steel flares. Before we got really heavily into the aluminum ones, we were doing the steel ones because one, I mean, they are super strong. I mean, it's just incredible how strong they are with the tubular design, and then they weld them all together, bolts up to the body of the Jeep. Very strong. You also get a really nice finish. You got that black textured powder coated material, but I believe these are actually a barricade fender flares on this Jeep. They work really, really well. They follow the body line very nicely. And it does allow you to trim the factory inner liner and use that again. Okay, so I will talk about the suspension on this. So I mentioned we use Steinjager products. On the outside we use LED lights. Suspension wise, we use their 4-inch lift kit that comes with all 8 control arms. So nice thing is these control arms come in a fixed position for the 4-inch lift. So they did all the research and development to make sure our driveline angles were going to be good, it was going to ride properly, it was going to be able to articulate. So we don't have to go in. Adjustable ones are nice, but if you're pretty sure you're going to go with a 4-inch, or if you're going with a 3-inch or a 2-inch even, you don't really plan on going much bigger, then the fixed control arms are nice. It just takes that human error out of the equation. So bolts up really nicely. This thing, I mean, this is just a little display rock. This thing can articulate a lot more. Obviously, there's a ton of room here. Doing the flares and the lift, I mean, on this one, we could clear probably a 38-inch tire and still have plenty of clearance. There's no rubbing issues anywhere whatsoever on this Jeep. Yeah, so suspension, and then we did go and we got the Fox shocks. So it's the Fox Performance Series 2.0 with external reservoir, and just a nice shock to complement the really nice lift kit. Gives the Jeep a really nice ride going down the road. You know, shocks are one of those things on the Jeeps where you can spend $200 and get all 4 shocks, or you can spend $1,500 and get all 4 shocks. You are going to feel the difference. You can see the difference too, because they're usually a lot cooler, but what really sells them is when you feel the difference and you're driving it. So spending the extra money on the Fox or the Steinjager suspension is definitely worth it. While we're here, I'll talk about the wheels and tires. So you've seen a lot of different wheels and tires. I don't know that we've showed you fuel assault yet. So this is a 20x10 fuel assault, and it is in the gloss black with the milled accents. I know it's a little dusty, but you can still see what a good looking wheel it is. The black with the accents works really nice on the metallic silver Jeep. And you know, it's got the black flares and rock rails and all that stuff. So it works really well on this Jeep. A lot of people like this design because it is a pretty deep wheel, but these spokes kind of come out and this part ends up being flush. So you don't necessarily have a lip. So even though it's not a positive offset, it still has a relatively flush look, which is cool because it ends up working for people that want, you know, a really deep wheel, and it ends up working for people that want a flush style wheel. It's kind of a little bit in between. So really cool there, really happy with these wheels. And then for tires, we went with the Fuel Gripper MT. They are going to be a little bit more than some of the other tires you're going to see out on the market, but cruising at 75, 80 miles an hour for a mud tire, they handle really well. As soon as we start moving the Jeep around here, that mud will just fly right out of there. And you know, the mud tires are going to do their job. You know, they're not going to get clogged up once they get a little momentum under them. So really happy with the wheel and tire package there. It's a 20-inch on a 35-inch tire. We didn't even need to do the flares to clear these, but we want to keep the on-road drivability as nice as possible, and the 35-inch tire seems to be a happy medium for us. Rock rails, we did steel rock rails. They do have kind of a step tube on them that you could use as a step, or it is just a little more protection. They work really nice with the flares, same powder-coated texture. And then, yeah, as far as them coming out, you know, the factory Rubicon rails or a lot of the other rock rails, they stop right here. Which is nice. It still does offer protection, but coming out this far is really nice. You know, unless you park next to a Jeep that's even more lifted than you or a really big truck, you don't have to worry about door dings or anything, you know, people bumping up on it, anything like that. So off-road protection, but also just day-to-day protection. The rock rails are nice. Moving around to the back here, you can see we did the flare as well. Here you can see the control arms have been replaced, and if you compare that to like what a factory control arm looks like, I mean, these control arms are about twice as thick as what would have came on here from the factory. So you can put the weight of the Jeep down onto one of those control arms, and it's still going to handle. It's still going to work really well. The shocks back here match as well. And then on the back, just a couple things. The taillight grates, which a lot of Jeep owners do right from the get-go. A lot of Jeeps have them. It was added to this, and then being a Jeep, we don't do a lot of spare tire deletes. We do all 5 wheels and tires same. So if you ever have a problem, ever get a flat, anything like that, you can throw your spare on there and keep wheeling for the weekend or whatever you're doing. But yeah, this is a sport model Jeep. Like I said, it's available at our Kunis Country of Elkhorn store. Yeah, it has a hardtop on it. I do also want to show off, it's got the Steinjager grab handles in it, which are nice. They're really nice to get up there. They're steel construction, so they're super sturdy. And yeah, and this Jeep does have, you know, cruise control, automatic transmission, power locks. You know, it's got all that stuff, so it doesn't feel stripped down at all. You get a lot of bells and whistles, and yeah, it's got like 7 or 8,000 miles on it, and to be able to buy something like this, I believe it's under $40,000. I'll have to check and we'll put the price in there, but you get a lot of Jeep for the money. It's already built, it's already done, and you know, it looks really good. It's a really good looking Jeep overall. So yeah, if you have any questions about it, please let us know. We'll be happy to get you the information. Have a great day, guys.